everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for Wednesday, January 27th, 2021, 3 p.m. Eastern. Just remind everybody that we have a TFCC tonight. We're going to obviously continue about our source information about the origin of this civilization. Picture yourself that you're sitting near a warm, cozy campfire. And the mind becomes very calm when you gently hold your attention on your heart. Rest your attention there for a few hours a day and just notice when you experience something so warm, wonderful, and healing. I guarantee after a few days of this practice, you will not want to move. And inside your heart is an unstoppable love that has a warmth that melts all fear, destroys every worry, and solves each problem. Now, a lot of people would say, well, that's not possible. But it is. All you have to do is step through the door. This warm, cozy feeling is your very nature. And finding it lets everyone live in total ecstasy. Love all those unlovable parts inside you. And you'll find this campfire becoming as bright and amazing as the sun. Remember, you get to share this love with everyone that you meet each and every day. What is real happiness? For any of us. We all have the desire to be happy and enjoy this amazing opportunity to be alive. Yet, it just happens that sometimes we get distracted, sidetracked, mesmerized, or even addicted to something which makes us forget what brings real, true joy into our lives. We've got 10 practical global secrets to happiness that are guaranteed to get you back on track and bursting with love, lightness, and laughter every day. This can feel like quite a mechanical approach to happiness, yet once we understand the mechanics of happiness, how it works, and exactly what we need to do to create it, we can welcome it into our lives more and more and more each day. So number one, find meaning in life. The word meaning in this context is all about our will to live in this world. Meaning is the cornerstone of happiness. Without meaning, life is utterly empty and deprived of purpose. When we have a good reason to get up in the morning, we feel excited about life and good about ourselves and the world. When we are aligned with our greater mission for being here, our life mission and sole purpose, we feel we have a real mission to attend to. Now, we may then want to leap out of bed and jump on our day to tackle all the new opportunities with zest and excitement. Meaning gives us motivation to move forward and enjoy the tremendous variety of experiences this life is guaranteed to bring. So the first step to finding meaning in your life is to find out what is truly important to you. What do you prioritize about everything else, above everything else? When you find out what this is, pour your time and energy into it. Most people find that what's important are their relationships. And sure, we can find great meaning in our work, a hobby, traveling, serving the community, games, activities, recreation, and even sporting events. Yet, when we spend real quality time with our partner, our family, friends, a child, our parents, a lover, a coworker, or a lover who is a coworker, it doesn't matter. If we are not doing things we really, truly enjoy doing, When we can bond deeply with another, we feel connected and deeply loved, and this brings us the greatest meaning in this life. We can find that through just being alone, holding hands, and with a friend in silence, the incredible spiritual depth of life pour naturally through, and the most ordinary moments become extremely meaningful and deeply enjoyable. The second aspect of finding greater meaning in life involves developing a spiritual belief system or an expansive way of understanding that perceives the bigger picture of reality. This would simply be taking time to have a conversation with God, spending time alone, doing a healing ritual, creating a sacred space for praying, meditating, or just laying out at the beach worshiping the sun. When the mind feels connected to something that is bigger than itself, it tends to find meaning in the simplest of things. When we have a real spiritual approach to this life in place, we can endure the most painful challenges that life can bring. When we create a super strong spiritual connection to the divine, then everything we say, hear, and do comes from a place of tremendous meaning with a highly enlightening perspective behind it. We don't have to know the grand spiritual meaning of life to find real happiness. We just have to, or choose to, find meaning in our day with what we're doing and why we are doing it. Try it out. See what happens to you by creating more meaning in the next 24 hours of your life. Notice how you feel tomorrow by adding to your list just 5 more reasons to be excited about being alive. The more meaning you can find, the more you'll naturally desire to creatively engage in life and be a part of it. And when we are eager to be involved in a more intimate experience of life, we end up manifesting a life that we love to live. The great author Viktor Frankl wrote a book in 1946 called Man's Search for Meaning. He talks about the people who survived the concentration camps and who didn't survive and why. He found that the survivors were not the ones who were the most physically fit, yet were the people who had the most meaning in their lives. They were devoted to surviving because they looked forward to seeing their husband, wife, children, or loved ones again. Some prisoners said they survived because they were passionate about preventing this travesty from ever happening again. Their will to live through such an insane torture didn't come from some fierce willpower to be a survivor who could be tough and overcame any pain. They made it because they believed if they could perhaps just make it through one more day, they may possibly reunite with that one thing that gave them a true heartfelt, loving connection. And number 2, the positive emotion. Positive emotion. This may seem obvious, yet sometimes we aren't always conscious if we are feeling, thinking, and behaving in a positive way. Positive thoughts lead to positive feelings, and this blossoms into an overall feeling of contentment and happiness by the day's end. This approach is almost mathematical in that there must be a larger sum of positive emotions than negative ones for the overall sensation of inner happiness to manifest itself. We must realize that spending 1 minute fretting and worrying about something is 60 seconds of lost happiness we could have been having. When we find a way to tip our emotional scale towards the sea of positive emotions throughout the day, we can feel as if we're floating in an ocean of joy by the end of each day. By creating the habit of inventing more positive feelings than negative on an hour-by-hour basis, there will be a good feeling of happiness inside our soul by the time we go to bed. It's important to know that tipping the scale towards the positive doesn't mean we are trying to escape from the negative emotions. The happiest people in the world are the ones who willingly welcome and can even enjoy the full range of human emotion. The most fulfilled people on the planet still experience guilt, shame, grief, anger, and never try to escape those emotions. They embrace everything that arises as a gift from the divine. If we truly want to become fulfillionaires in this life, we need total freedom, which means access to the full range of emotions to choose from. The first strategy to embracing any negative emotion is finding what is good about it. The more you can embrace the negative, the more you can bounce back into the positive. The more you try to avoid the negative, the more it clings to you like super glue. So what is the hardest negative emotion for you to handle? Which one do you resist the most? Fear, shame, guilt, anger, or maybe sadness or depression? Diving into the emotion sea, where the pendulum will swing when it's over and starts creating a positive emotion for you. Another strategy to create positive emotions are creating more time doing things that make you smile. Things like watching a funny movie, visiting a good friend, or who makes you laugh, getting a massage, making love, going for a sunset walk, or reading an enlightening article are all great ideas. Perhaps you like to do the unordinary and are into preparing a raw food dinner, walking through the forest barefoot, or playing silly imaginary games with the kids next door. Whatever it is that lifts you up needs to be a priority in your schedule. Just put those things that give you positive emotion higher on the priority list. And when you're doing it, be mindful about it. Being mindful is huge in the world of happiness, because it means that when you're walking barefoot at the ranch or the beach, you are truly there at the beach or the ranch. You are not thinking about the sale at the shopping mall or the list of all the other things you should be doing while you're relaxing at the beach. When you're mindful, you are fully present to the wind, sun, sand, water, and warmth. You are smelling the fresh ocean breeze so deeply that it touches the back of your brain. The secret here is using all five senses to take in your full beach experience as if it was for the first time or the last time you'll ever be there. When we are using all our body senses that we can truly tap into, the most positive healing emotions which bring us real happiness and make our hearts sing. And number three, utilizing our potential. This secret's all about realizing and utilizing your innate strengths. Your strengths are those natural abilities that you were born with or learned at some point in your life and that you still enjoy doing. If you don't know what your innate strengths are, simply look at what you love to do. What did you do last year that you remember loving more than anything else? Notice what your heart is drawn to doing out of love instead of retracting out of need, greed, or fear. Ask yourself, really, what is my bliss? And this will be a place of energy and deep fulfillment for you. Discover what ignites you, fascinates you, and pulls your chain. This is where your greatest potential will casually be hiding. And when you discover the place of perpetual curiosity about life, the most normal of days soon become the most delicious and amazing days of all. As we practice using our ability to see the potential within ourselves, within others, within an opportunity or a situation. We can feel unstoppable in anything that we do. We then become happy to be of service to the world, helping humanity be a better place because we are simply singing a better song. Of course, mankind will greatly appreciate it, and you'll feel wonderful about yourself. Being appreciated by those you look up to for doing things that you love doing is a secret formula for an instant surge of happiness. It may not last long, yet we stop being motivated by feelings of fear and boldly move forward living a helpful life that we can really love. Fear is powerful and can stop us from finding happiness very quickly. Yet, if you focus on the potential in a situation, the fear simply is hidden from view. For example, let's say that you may move into a new house and the neighbor invites you for dinner, and initially you feel shy and afraid to meet these new people. Yet, if you see the potential in the connection and the new relationship and what you'll learn from opening up to it, then you'll become super eager to join them for dinner and end up gifting them wine and dessert. If you can see every person and situation as having unlimited potential, then you won't be afraid of anything. You'll naturally be excited about whatever it is you're doing and see everything as a living, breathing adventure. And number 4 is having healthy relationships. Studies have proven that the happiest people in the world have deep, intimate, meaningful relationships that they love. When we hang out with people who respect us, treat us with love, compassion, empathy, kindness, and support, we walk away feeling lighter, freer, and more alive. Find out who these people are in your life and pour your time and energy into them. Stop giving your energy to those who don't appreciate you. This is huge, and it will shift everything. You may need to put a time boundary around those people who don't make you feel good about yourself, or stop seeing them at all. Eventually, they will intuitively figure out that they need to shift and become a more positive, open-minded person if they want to continue hanging out with you. It's good to remember that even the healthiest and best of loving relationships need effort. A healthy, loving relationship needs a constant flow of quality time together, deep listening, a feeling of congruence, and radical honesty. You're just spinning your wheels if you're always trying to keep the peace with your mate and holding deep resentments inside. This buildup eventually smothers any love that was there initially. Real happiness in intimate relationships means radical honesty and embodying an attitude of gratitude about your partner. This brings a complete, deep feeling of respect for the other person. When you give your partner this energy, it then becomes easy to give it to yourself. One of the greatest hidden secrets to creating healthy relationships with others is having quality alone time with yourself. When you have enough time alone, you look forward to seeing your partner, feeling that you miss them and yearn to be closer. This desire for our partner cannot be created if we're always connected at the hip. We need space to explore ourselves, find a deeper state of gratitude for the person who loves us. And many people's experiences is that when we spend a third of our time alone, we naturally deepen on our spiritual path and effortlessly manifest the most amazing relationships of our lives. This may seem like a lot, yet try it out, and you'll see that your time spent with your partner feels like you're connecting with them again for the very first time. And number 5, having success, achievement, accomplishments every single day. We, human beings, mankind, love to feel that we are moving forward with our lives and doing something productive with our time here. Many of us have this burning need for achievement euphoria, which is this little shot of dopamine to the brain that instantly creates positive emotion the moment we finally complete an enduring project. Studies have shown that when people talk about the happiest times in their lives, they usually share memories about their big life dreams or visions they manifested. They feel they achieved something great in their lives, and this is what made them extra happy. The secret to this formula is tricky, in that we can get stuck in chasing success and feel that we will never arrive. Chasing success cannot bring happiness and can become an addiction if we don't understand what it is we are really seeking. When instead we choose to fulfill our potential in life, in this life, focus on the positive emotions we love, then success becomes a natural byproduct of our highest potentiality, being filled. It is said, do what you love, and the money will follow. And in this case, it's more like fulfill your highest potential, and the money will find you. And number 6, engagement with life. Being engaged in life means we are doing an activity, and our actions and awareness are merged as one. That means we are no longer separate from what we're doing, yet rather pushed up to the edge of our ability to merge with life and feel that each moment could just be the greatest moment we could be achieving. Whenever we push ourselves too far, our abilities, we experience a rush of anxiety and fear. When we fall beneath our abilities, we experience boredom, lethargy, depression, lack of motivation. The key is to find that balanced level of activity which challenges us, yet also is enough to give us a sense of purpose, achievement, and meaning. When we are merged with life, conscious actions take our mindless activities and move them. This is all about discovering ourselves. If you don't know these different aspects of you, how are you going to know anybody else? If you don't have a relationship with yourself, intimate, loving, caring, respectful relationship with yourself, how are you going to with anyone else? This is a crucial key for each and every one of us to understand that it starts with you. Only starts with you. No one else. To jump ahead of time and to branch out and to engage in relationships and associations with others when you yourself haven't even begun to understand and also forgive you. Oftentimes, many people are faced with this, but they don't really know it. They have no idea. They're blind. Also understand that being aware of the happiness trap. All this talk about happiness can make us think that the more we pursue it and attain it, the happier we will be. Be careful, because this is the big trap. Think about those people who have that plastic permagrin, okay, on their face, and are always smiling ear to ear. Well, I think that some of us may know that their happiness is false, fake, and not authentic at the core. Sure, we can flip our frown upside down one moment to see a friend and find that it instantly changes a doom and gloom mood we had all day. Yet, when we are always putting on a happy show for the world, thinking that this will get us what we want in life, we end up believing that we always need to have a constant stream of positive things to keep our happy boat afloat. The constant desire for positive emotion and pleasurable things is a trap. It will fall into, if we do fall into it, we will always be searching, seeking, and yearning for happiness and never actually arriving. It is not realistic or healthy for us to think we need to be experiencing fun, joy, or positivity in every single moment of our lives. Life is much bigger than this. Life contains a multidimensional exploration of our spiritual essence that is hidden within a framework of the physical duality. Say that 1 10 times fast. Say that one 10 times fast. It's not that easy. In other words, life contains a multidimensional exploration of our spiritual essence that is hidden within a framework of the physical duality. This life is meant to offer us something more than just a hamburger helper three-dimensional perspective. When we attain access to the whole range of human feelings, we end up finding our true spiritual nature inside, and then we can feel we are arriving in fields of happiness while doing the smallest and simplest of things. The basic recipe for happiness, if for some horrible reason you pushed and pounded your way through this life, okay, and one day you wake up in the morning, you wake up miserable, anxious, or rushing through your life and cannot remember a single thing about how to become happy, write down this simple recipe for happiness and stick it wherever you're going to see it the most. It's super easy and highly effective at getting things going in the right direction. Happiness, and here it is, happiness is having someone to love, something fun to do every day, and something to look forward to. It is really that simple. Once we integrate these three basic things into our everyday lives, we can stop trying to find happiness, and we will realize that it has found us. We must realize that having someone to love is all about deepening our connection with our partner, and not just jumping into bed with every new person we meet. When we create long-lasting, loving relationships, we find that they serve as our emotional support system as we grow in age. If you cannot find a mate, they say that even having an animal to love and care for will do. Just having someone to love is powerful and will create enough desire and inspiration in a person dying with terminal cancer to remain alive. Happiness is connected to everything, and it is what connects us to everyone. It is an infinite resource that will always be there for us, meaning every part of our lives has an infinite amount of potential happiness connected to it. We can find unending happiness in our health, relationships, work, money, leisure, and on. When we simply put a little love and energy into it, we find it returns back to us in the most unique ways. There are many paths to finding a sense of well-being and joy in our lives. When we can imagine and envision ourselves being happy every single day, we will soon manifest it and learn how to creatively sustain it along the way. This is our point of access, our entrance to a state of inner heaven that is with us everywhere we are. So if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted. I'm sure we all are. And what is the first thing that we care to do? Relax our bodies. So many of us think we're relaxed, but that's the ego mind trying to fool us. When you operate from the heart mind And you literally talk to your body and say, let's just relax. I'm going to let go right now in this moment all of my stress, anxiety, fear, worry, all of it. I have no interest in dragging it with me through this life. So you let it go. If you picture a hot air balloon and you want to go up, and you have all the ballast in the bottom of the basket, you're not going to go up. So what do? You get rid of the excess. You get rid of the ballast, the weight. And that's what we do with our bodies. We eliminate. You determine how to do that. No one else does. And you let it go. Whatever worry you may have, is it serving you the greater good? Is it in a positive light for you? If it isn't, walk through it. Literally. Face it, give it a big hug and a smack on the lips, and walk through it. And you'll find that it is no more. And the body responds and it begins to relax. And through all the years that I've researched the human feeling, the physical body, and what it gets so tense and tied up with, and how to relieve it, how to let it go, it is up to you. And as you do it, the body from head to toe, you'll feel a wave. Your face will drop. It won't be stressed. Most of us have stressed faces. We could be smiling, but our faces are still stressed. Most of us can literally hold stress, anger, fear in any place in our bodies, our lower lumbar area, our cervical spine, our shoulders. Most of us bunch our shoulders. We don't even know it. We let them down. We just drop them. And what will happen with your body is it will relax. And you'll know it through the heart mind. You'll know it's relaxed. And as we relax, then we move into the now. And the now is really all we have. We had the now that's now the past. Some of us will go into the past and reminisce, which we all do. But some of us will stay there so darn long that we'll literally take that past, bring it into a future that doesn't exist, create that future from that past, relive that past in that future. But you may have run into people that say, I seem to keep running. I keep different ways. I end up in the same situation or the same relationship or the same work or whatever. Why is that? It's because they did what they did with the past. Some of us will go into a future that doesn't exist, and we'll wander and we'll say, what if? When am I going to meet this person? When am I going to have enough money? When is this going to happen? When is that going to happen? What if this happens? But the now is really, truly all we have. Why do we stay in the now? Because it stills the mind and the ego and the subconscious mind, which is absolutely powerful. When it stills the mind and the ego and the subconscious, that noise that we're all literally immersed in, the chatter, thousands of thoughts, which most aren't ours, disappears. We step outside the mind and the ego and the subconscious, and we watch them. This is the only way you will begin to master the mind and the ego. It's the only way, and the subconscious mind. Because you'll view them, you will not judge them, but you'll understand how they operate. And they make wonderful servants, but horrible masters. Most of us are mastered by the ego and the mind. Not a good thing. So this is very impactful and powerful to stay in the now. And so what happens when we all do it, you're not in the now, you're wandering off with these thoughts. And so how do we stay in the now? Well, when you ever find yourself wandering off with thoughts, focus on your breath. And when you focus on your breath, every single time, you're in the now. And the breath is the now. It can't be anything else. Period. So your breath is the now. Now picture with your body relaxed, you're in the now, you're not distracted, the space between heartbeats, and you focus your breath, and your breath is divine positive energy. The reason it is because it sustains the vessel that houses the kingdom of God within it. And the breath focuses us, relaxes us. It centers us. It empowers us. It does a lot of different things. So picture it through the center of our bodies and your divine positive energy, your breath, and you witness going right up through the center of your body all the way up to the top of your head. 7 wheels of light, energy vortexes, chakras, and moving through them is the God force, love, light, energy, your chi, your prana, your ki. And take your divine positive energy, your breath, and merge it with the God force, love, light energy. So it's a living, breathing, etheric, spiritual, astral plane connection to all particles of existence, frequency, all at once. And then you move it, you watch it as you move it. And you start with the red wheel of light, which is the root chakra, the Muladhara. And this deals with our survival, and it is blocked by our fear. Then we move to the orange wheel of light, the sacral chakra, the Vadhisthana. This deals with our pleasure, and it is blocked by our guilt. Then we move to the golden yellow wheel of light, the solar plexus chakra, the Manipura. This deals with our willpower, and it is blocked by our shame. Then we move to the emerald green wheel of light, the heart chakra, the Anahata. This deals with our love, and it is blocked by our grief. Then we move to the blue wheel of light, the throat chakra, the Vishuddha. This deals with our truth, and it is blocked by our lies. Then we move to the indigo wheel of light, the third eye chakra, the Ajna. This deals with our insight, and it is blocked by our illusion. And then we move to the crown chakra, the Sahasrara. This deals with our cosmic energy, and it is blocked by our ego attachment. Now you watch through your heart, mind's motion picture where you're the director, you're the producer, you're the actors and actresses, you're everything. And you're watching this phenomenally, omnipotently powerful frequencies, energies, divine positive energy, your breath, and the God force, love, light energy going right up through these energy vortexes, these chakras. So at the top of the crown chakra, the top of your head, we hold those briefly. We are light. We are love. We are. And in that about 3 seconds, we compress and condense this energy into pure liquid energy. We release it over our pineal glands. And our pineal glands are very important to us while we're in these bodies. They connect us to the astral plane, the spiritual plane. They connect us to all the particles of existence. And so when we pour this over our pineal gland, this pure liquid energy, you can see it however you view it through your heart, mind's emotion picture. I see it as a rose bud, a green ball, and as soon as I release it, this rose turns into a fully blossomed, bloomed rose, massive, multicolored petals, sending out shimmering waves of pure contentment and total peace and ease, complete. No interruption, no obstacles, just absolutely placid. And we also understand our vibrational frequencies. So we're consciously aware of who and what we are. That we are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. And that we're also consciously aware that this body, the body you're in, the heart, mind, the ego and the mind, the subconscious, the God source, pure consciousness, the higher self, the soul, the spirit, we're all one. And we're heaven on this earth. Literally heaven on this earth. And every step we take, we create paradise. Consciously, on all of this, we create paradise. And we're learning to shine our God force love light energy of that which we are outward, flooding everyone and everything. Eternally. So view it, because eventually you will see that this planet, Earth Gaia Arya, will glow. This planet will glow. You can see it, you feel it in your heart mind. And we have other aspects, all of those that we bring in, that we call in, all consciously aware, are facets and aspects of all of us. And we're all learning continuously on this journey. So we have the archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, the archetypes. We have the ascended masters, Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Sananda, Jesus, El Morya, Abundantia, Pel, Thoth, Yahweh, Yeshua, many, many, many more. Both of them are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. The archangels, a civilization that vibrates at a different frequency than we do. This is why we don't see them physically like we see each other. But we meet with them in this life more than we know. And when you do meet with them, it doesn't really kind of dawn on you until later. And then a little bit of the bliss inside you bubbles to the surface, and you identify the fact that was just not a random meeting, that was an angel. And they always have the message in different ways. Isn't it absolutely spectacular to be alive in these bodies? Isn't life wonderful? They can also surround any one of us at any one time in the thousands in numbers. Because of their vibrational frequency, they can house a large number in a small area. The ascended masters, they have mastered ascension into physical form, out of physical form, and they hold God form, pure consciousness. We have ascended and are mastering physical form by ascending into physical form, creating our experiences so we can perfect our creation, and then also discovering and learning that each of us are the light. We don't follow the light because we are the light. We are the God force, love, light, energy. So we call or communicate as a collective to other parts of the collective, which is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever, beyond, and forever. So we call upon all the light energy beings and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever, beyond, and forever. And again, only those vibrational frequency, harmony, that are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming the circle of light and the full liberation of this planet, Earth, Gaia, Arya. Frequencies higher and higher and higher, more and more into deep eternal love and gratitude across the board. Now, they come in the gigaplexes, and one gigaplex fills this universe. They come in trillions of gigaplexes from every direction, and they're with us now, consciously. We call upon all the inhabitants of inner Earth, hollow Earth, Agartha, beneath Earth, all these civilizations, and only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation to form this circle of light. And they come in the billions, and they are with us now, consciously. We call upon all the galactics, off-worlders, celestials. And we're talking everywhere. All universes, all existences. And only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, full liberation of this planet and its civilizations into higher and higher frequencies, higher deep eternal love and gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming the circle of light. We're only familiar with a smidgen of them. Over 1,000 travel through the solar system every day, and trillions travel throughout the universes every day. And we're familiar with the Pleiadians, the Sirians, the Arcturians, the Andromedans, the Feline, the Zeta Reticuli, the Nords, the Greys, Draco, Reptilian, Golden Pyramid, Avian, many, many, many more. They've been assisting us in our evolution, enlightenment, ascension, freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and slavery. And they are with us now. We call upon all of our loved ones, all those who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited, and only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, to forming this circle of light. And they come in the billions, and they are consciously with us now. We call upon all the light energy beings who have decided to be housed in the following forms, on and above and below this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now, in this meditation. And only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, to form the circle of light and the full liberation of this planet. Now, we're only familiar with a smidgen of them. Fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the dwarves, the trees, the trolls, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, ether, wood, the mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, the minotaur, many, many, many more. And they come in the trillions, and they are consciously with us now. Our vibrational frequency is so high in this meditation that any lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies cannot even sustain for a second in that higher frequency. So either they are vanished or they leave. We immediately, all of us, arm in arm, hand in hand, all of our gods as one, we're in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, prosperity, abundance. And we are all one. And we are all love. And we are all God. And our God force love light energy is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be. And it continues to intensify, and it continues to expand. And it is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. We immediately form a massive circle of light around the equator of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now. This light is our core essence. It is our God force love light energy. And it is so brilliant that it grays out the darkness of sacred space, and it would take over 1,000 billion suns in this solar system to even compare it to its radiance. We are flooding all of our brothers and sisters, whether they're awake or asleep. All life, the highest supreme value in the universe, from head to toe, inside and out, eternally, with this vibrantly high, harmonized frequency of deep eternal love and gratitude. See it, feel it through your heart minds. And we begin to ascend, levitate above the planet. As we do, we're met with this massive glitter ocean and trillions of different vibrant colored lights flashing in all different directions. And when we look closely enough, they're little mirrors. And they're reflecting all of us gathered for this meditation. All of us, all different facets and aspects of each other. All of us learning and teaching. Always. We are immediately met with the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael. This is the column of light that reminds us all that we are the power of healing. We are then met with the violet blue, purple flaming light of Archangel Michael. This is the column of light that reminds us all of our omnipotent power, strength, and resolve. We are then met with the white fire. This is a column of light that reminds us all that from head to toe, inside and out, we are imbued eternally with a God force love light energy armor. And nothing externally can harm it, affect it, penetrate it, deplete it. Nothing externally can. But only you have the power that if you decide to lower your vibrational frequency low enough through hatred, greed, anxiety, envy, worry, stress, fear, you will create a breach in your white fire armor, enough so to allow all the lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies to come flooding in. And once, whether you're consciously aware or unconsciously, if you decide to do this, you're then met with the purple transmuting flame. And this is a column of light that reminds us all that we can bring in the purple transmuting flame. We can transmute all of these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies into neutral light substance and send them to pure consciousness where they are completely vaporized, gone. We are then met with the violet ray. The violet ray is a column of light that reminds us all that we can bring in the violet ray right behind the purple transmuting flame. We can transmute all and clear and purify all with the violet ray of these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies where they once were, sealing the breach in our white fire armor, restoring our vibrational harmony into deep eternal love and gratitude. We're then met with a golden white pink light. This is a column of light that reminds us all We are the sun. We are the sunlight. We are the sunset and the sun rises. We are the rain and the rainbows. We are the sky and the clouds. We are the trees and the forests. We are the oceans, the rivers, the lakes, the streams. We are the animals. We are the snow. We are everything. So whenever you see a sunset or a sunrise or a snowfall and you're in awe of its beauty, you're in awe of the beauty that you are. We continue to levitate above the planet. Some of us will step out of our physical bodies and hover effortlessly above them if we're carrying physical form. We come across this massive crystalline light tower. It's larger than the solar system. We created it. In the center, we see this oblong sphere. In the center of the sphere is a golden white light sending out shimmering waves saturating all of us of deep eternal love. All these other colored rings of light, all doing the same thing: gratitude, gentleness, kindness, generosity, bliss, joy, peace, humbleness, prosperity, well-being, abundance, all flooding us eternally, head to toe, inside and out. These are all reflections of who and what we are. We then look at the top of this crystalline light tower. We designed it so the golden ocean can come cascading down 360 degrees, as it does eternally, flooding all of us, all of our brothers and sisters, head to toe, inside and out, with pure, deep, eternal love and gratitude, lifting all the frequencies into higher and higher and higher dimension of deep, eternal love and gratitude. Now, all of us are drops of this golden ocean. We hold the essence of this ocean. The ocean is the drops are the ocean. The only illusion is separation. We then see our meditative sphere. It sits center circle. We created this sphere almost 3 years ago. It houses well over 1,200 of our meditations in perpetual motion, all of the highest intent of deep eternal love and gratitude, flooding, saturating, head to toe, inside and out, all of us, all life, the highest supreme value in universes, eternally, without end. This is why this meditative sphere can be seen, heard, and felt, and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. This is why it continues to intensify and why it continues to expand. And where's the happiness? Happiness is having someone to love, something fun to do every day, and something to look forward to. I join you in the meditation, return to close us out. Take an easy breath in through the nose. Easy breath out through the mouth. Move slowly. And embrace what true happiness is, the basic recipe. Happiness is having someone to love, something fun to do every day, and something to look forward to. Repeat it, take it with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night and following morning. Practice coming from the heart and knowing yourself more and more intimately and deeply. And this will become the norm. We'll be back here Thursday, 2021. 3 p.m. Eastern to continue our global guided meditation call, and we'll be here tonight at 9 p.m. for our TFCC.